Right.
Pretty sure they calculated that that was what they were going to be giving away. They don't want to give away sort of the S-tier jungler. And in favor, they just give up one of the utility top laners. But LMQ will happily pick it up, as we expected.
TSM has not been afraid to do the AD support, or a top support in this pick right here. No ADs actually focused out within the bans, so this would be quite a good pick on either side to come in. We've seen Wild Turtle picking up a few different things lately. A lot of that Corki, but not as of 4.10. That was the Lucian.
Yeah, all AD carries being up this time around. How much emphasis do you really want to put onto that Lucian? Well, looks like a lot.
Looks like they will lock those in. Glebe is going to be on his thrash. We saw what he was doing the other day, locking people out, hooking them up. Doesn't matter if he's on Nami or Thresh. He's actually had really great play lately, and so he goes out and actually switches over to Nami before he locks in.
I like this right now just because the sustained supports, I don't know, it's very, very frustrating for a team to 2 versus 2, a Lucian Nami lane, as pretty much anybody, even if you have your pick of the litter. Like, there's no other AD carry bans and only one support ban here, but even so, facing Lucian Nami right now is not something that anybody wants to do.
We just had it from Sneaky Lemonation.
And it showed up really big for them.
Looking at the picks now, this is actually going a little slower than expected, but the Eve is getting quite a bit of playtime here in the last few days with the jungle being focused. She's kind of that one that people are picking up.
And I like this combo, since they already have Lulu for the ultimate knockup.
Yep, the pop.
Evelyn can sneak in there into a team fight very quickly using the invisibility to flank and then W speed burst, so they can get into position for one of those knockups to help out Xiao. And even if they don't get that, late game Yasuo can charge up his own knockups very quickly because everybody is going these heavy attack speed builds on him now. So they do end up going with the exciting pick here for that mid lane.
Man, last season you'd be like, cool, Bjergsen picked Gragas.
But this season you say, oh, cool, Dyrus picked Gragas.
Dyrus picked Gragas. Yeah, so they're going to see that going in the top lane. And it may just be Thresh for more. Vasily has his choice of really where to go here. We saw a few different AD carries yesterday. Let's see what he decides to go with.
Yeah, well, looks like the Jarvan pickup here for second tier.
Right, you can see how that's dwindling the choices.
I'm very interested to see how Amazing can actually perform on that champion because last time it was less than impressive. And Jarvan now, after the width of his flag and drag combo was reduced, takes a lot more accuracy. It's very difficult to pull off against these mobile champions. Lulu, Evelyn, Yasuo, the things that he was picking that Jarvan into, all with their own increased mobility.
Yeah.
Very hard to land those knockups on any of those champions.
Vasily locks in the Trist. That's actually really good safety from a Jarvan. So you can knock him back, you can jump out if you get the jump in time.
Yeah, you got multiple options here as Tristana. Very good reactive pick from LMQ. Plus, there's so many options for the early game here. We've seen Static Shiv Rush for
that's
clearing
right.
minions.
Like
Infinity Edge rushes, Blade of the Ruin King rushes. Yeah. She's just a really strong champion very late into the game because range is paramount.
Yeah, variety.
But even early in the game, as we've seen, early lane phase isn't that bad for her. Really, we'll have to see how LMQ do with that mid game though, because that's been the crucial time where a lot of these Tristana teams have been getting hit hard. All the teams trying to take advantage of that weak mid.
Bjergsen counter with Annie.
That's pretty much the only mid that I play nowadays. That's what I would do. Actually, Prawley, talking about legitimate ideas on the subject of Yasuo counters. Prawley loves the Annie of the Yasuo. Not going to be the case, though. Safer here, going with Orianna. Definitely can do her work versus Xiao in the mid lane, and we'll see how they do match up against each other. Yasuo definitely more aggressive, has to be further up in the lane. He's got the support of an Evelyn, though, so he should feel satisfied in that matchup.
Yep. We'll have to see. This is Bjergsen's first time on Orianna for the LCS Summer Split, so we'll see if he can get the command control down. He is the command shot caller for the team, so hopefully those two don't clash, because he'll be clashing with Xiao Wei Xiao in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think this pick is really also about comboing with Jarvan, because really before, it was looking dicey for Jarvan to jump into this team. When he does have the backup of an Orianna, though, much more confidence for Amazing to jump right in there.
It'll be interesting how they do the Cataclysm cask open up. Because you Cataclysm and pop somebody out. It could be some chaos. Let's see how you guys are calling this game. According to LOLesports.com, 63% of you are saying Team Solomid are going to come out on top. But keep the voting on Twitter coming by sending LMQ win or TSM win to @LOLesports. Be sure to use those little hashtag markers. We'll be checking back with your predictions throughout the game. The chant's already coming out, and you know what acronym it is.
Everybody's cracking up, too. You can see even LMQ. Pretty much every league player cracking up.
I love that when we went to London as well, you got some of the teams like SK, they're like TSM.
It's the most recognizable chant for League of Legends, regardless of what team you're a fan of.
Yep.
Everybody uses it.
That's what happens, man. They inflicted Bay life on quite a few people.
They did.
That laid back, relaxed type of lifestyle, even when they were in New York.
When they left the Bay.
Well, they're back. They're on the Rift, and they're in-game versus LMQ. This is going to be our next matchup of the day. Let's see who's got what it takes to bring down the Nexus first. Last game, these two teams played. TSM was defeated. LMQ took the victory from red side. TSM is going to be on that side this time.
Keep an eye on this early game, especially for No Name on that Evelyn. See how, if he gets off to a good jungle start, that'll be exactly what LMQ need. And since neither team has started Sweeper, it might be easier for him to do that. Play a little safer. LMQ, though, one of the teams that almost always comes out with something planned for this level 1. Rarely do they go defensive. They're almost always grouped up as 5, looking to get extra information. TSM playing reactively. Defensive spread into a blue side invade to counter what LMQ are putting down. Glebe does get his trinket ward off just in time. Looking for that lane matchup. Interesting.
Both sides, yeah. Didn't see it. Nicely placed. Looks like it only took a week or so for those wards to be perfectly placed by each team.
Yeah, the spot is pretty thin where the other team won't be able to see you place it. To try and get it in there, but still get vision. Both teams do it successfully. And they got, I think they got vision of Nami there. Red ping goes down on that Nami. So LMQ get to make their choice. Go for that lane swap.
Oh,
they do.
Tangoing up here.
Feel like they need it.
Wow, 86-14 as they start off on this. Wow. It's a pretty good vote. And also, this is going to be neat. Ackerman versus Dyrus in the top lane. This is the first time since 4.10 we've kind of gotten those APs against each other on the top. Usually we still get one of the tanks we've been seeing since 4.9. So that'll be an interesting matchup if we get it. And it's going to be face-to-face. 2v2s. Uh-oh. See, in level 1, whoever starts hitting first usually has the upper hand.
Whoever has Glitter Lance, AoE damage, AoE slow, big upper hand there for LMQ.
And
Ackerman just charges right through that bush as well. No fear. So a slight edge to LMQ, as No Name does get a slightly better start to his jungle. Little bit of a delay there for Amazing. Let's see if No Name can actually snowball this. Evelyn is one of the best junglers at snowballing early leads because she can go for invades and know that she is not seen by the other team early on, because nobody has the money to get a pink ward this early on in the game. And if Evelyn finds you when you're level 3 around a camp, using your spells trying to take down the camp, she will destroy you from the backside.
Bad news bears. Right now it's going to be red for No Name. Keeping it safe.
Smart thing there too, he lines up the minions so his Q hits both babies as well as the main red camp. It's a little bit tricky, just takes a little while to get used to. Drawing out the camp. Amazing will be that one camp behind, and we'll see if level 3 Evelyn can take advantage here. He's looking for it. That just gets a defensive ward down.
It is great to find all those little things, especially for a jungler, that'll kind of cut.
That one actually saves you a lot of time.
Cut time off
if you can
every camp,
hit
then
everything.
Boom, you can do it with go to Wraiths, go to Wolves, line them up. Thanks, Kobe.
No problem, Riv.
Top lane, Ackerman. Actually, Dyrus out of mana here. Seems like he wants to buy right away and get himself teleported back to lane. We'll see what he comes back with. Just another ring, keeps sustained up.
And Gragas, he has a pretty good time against bruisers, but Lulu is very annoying to lane against for pretty much anybody who's melee, even if you are this Gragas with a lot of sustain and a lot of mobility. It's not like it's going to be terrible for Dyrus, but let's just say it's annoying. It's the word that a lot of the top laners are using for Lulu up there.
Well, at least it's not KO. Been banned out
Oh,
quite a
Hookland!
few games more. Coming out very nicely. Explosive shot hitting. Very good damage to start it off on Wild Turtle in the bottom lane. Just talked him up about skill shots.
There's a lot of groans from the crowd, but a backwards flay is one of the hardest things to land in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, every support should be well versed in Thresh play by now. Thresh has been the top support, or one of the top supports, for a very long time. Xiao only missing one of those. Definitely has a pretty good advantage by shoving the wave. We'll see how many CS Bjergsen can pick up, though, because the wave is so big that he can actually be ahead in CS if he gets them all.
And that was LMQ's first chance to make kind of a move. You can see Glebe has now placed the ward down, not thinking the bush control was all that put his first priority on, but now it is. Great damage trade there coming in from Vasily.
Now Tristana, everyone always very well aware of her inherent pushing power just because of explosive shot, but explosive shot also does a good amount of damage in those trades.
Oh no!
Oh, those CS do matter.
The dose miss.
This is a whole wave here. Turtle, once again, he's in the same position as Bjergsen where, yeah, he's pushed into the turret, but he can actually come out ahead on CS because so many CS were lost in pushing for LMQ there. He barely scrapes out a little lead. And here's the invade from No Name. After he goes back and picks up some extra wards.
There's the flay. That's what they were looking for. The hardest thing to do is dodge a skill shot when you put yourself next to a wall. Wild Turtle finds that out, and he's down below 100 HP.
Can happen to anybody here. It's very difficult to consistently dodge skill shots.
Yep.
That's why people are so amazed by the players like Faker that have been able to perfect their skill shot dodging.
We'll see what Vasily plays this. They're not
Turtle
pushing it too fast.
Heal only. You also have to watch out for the Nami because
Glebe has the ward.
Exhaust and Nami heal is. Ooh,
oh my God! The ring around the Rosie. The pink ward's just above, giving No Name the knowledge to keep safe.
Yeah, but all this knowledge that No Name has gained, Amazing was just hard farming the jungle. So Amazing has got a level advantage over No Name with those extra creeps taken out.
Let's see if they can make it back. He's actually still spending quite a bit of time down in the bottom lane. No Name will kind of provide extra effort towards a gank. You can see Bjergsen, knowing the flow is not up, trying to get some clockwork wind-up shots on with auto attacks, but just ball movement. Good play in the mid lane. 53 to 49, still close.
And that Avarice Blade picked up by Xiao early for the stack. Whoa, flash play!
Very tough to hit a relentless pursuit. Wild Turtle knew if he put himself in the minions, he'd be a lot safer. Summoner healed down on that one, though. He got a flash out of more as well.
Good attempt. They had No Name there for the follow-up damage if the CC lands. Turtle barely escaping with his life, and neither top laner having, or bottom laner having to go back for their purchases yet. Up in that top lane, Ackerman going with the mana regen early.
Yep. We'll see what the buys are. Vasily, Blade of the Rune King to start. We see Bjergsen obviously going against Yasuo, tier for himself, and the Scrying Orb quite early.
Yeah, and I like that move, getting the tier instead of the Chalice.
Yeah.
Not only is he not going against the magic damage dealing mid laner, but also with the nerf to the Athenes, which doesn't feel as strong as before. So he's going to go tier instead, pick up a cloth armor.
You're also kind of looking at a late game anyways, right? Vasily is going to be farming all day, so LMQ's kind of focused on late game. You have time to charge up if you're Bjergsen with a tier.
Yeah, not a lot of magic damage from LMQ. Ackerman will have a substantial amount, but not overwhelming.
Yeah.
See how they can actually play around that. Now, also, with that Avarice Blade pickup, Xiao, known for constantly farming those Wraith camps, even though the little Wraiths only give 4 gold themselves, you get that bonus gold no matter what with that pickup early point. And into Zerker Greaves, because there isn't a lot of CC that Tenacity will help him with, he's actually decided to get that attack speed, which is really important for Yasuo, as he scales so much better with attack speed.
Junglers are on the bottom side of the map here, Kobe. Looks like we may see something for Dragon soon. Standard lanes obviously slow that down a little bit, but I don't put it past LMQ or TSM to force that one out. Everybody's got sixes that really need it right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there was no mid-game action with the second spawn of buffs.
Yeah.
Nobody went for repeat steals here, even though LMQ do have good pink ward coverage of the river, and they have Evelyn, the ability to do that. LMQ just really, they don't want to make those early game mistakes. They got caught out by Dig last time they tried to make early moves in the jungle. So they're not making that mistake this time. Go with a safe play here. Don't pull up that gank bottom lane, though. Way more active.
Right in the Cataclysm. That's exactly why they wanted it and didn't go for Vasily, because of his jump.
So mid lane gank only gets a flash. Bottom lane gank securing the kill here. First blood does go to Amazing. They'd rather have it on Turtle, but Amazing will be just fine because he likes to play more carry-oriented style junglers anyway. So he will be a lot more beefy. He's going with that Golem Spirit, by the way.
See that again.
So he is going to be able to jump into the next fight
Flash.
as well. Yeah, so they probably communicated that they had already burned the Flash of More, and they were like, yeah, come down here. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill. If you take out the Flash of a support, and the support's not even level 6 to throw up a box, then there's pretty much
easy peas.
Guaranteed kill right there if you can Flash Cataclysm.
So TSM working off every advantage they can find throughout these lanes. It looks like they may be able to set up for Dragon on this. Glee, but not in the right spot. The teleport coming
Amazing's recalling.
This is godlike. Oh my gosh. What a kill coming out.
It was good to go through with that recall, but it just kind of looked sad for Glebe. Everyone was like, sorry, Glebe, you're going down. I'll watch you die on the way out. But that's going to be Dragon as well for LMQ. One pick in the river.
Wow.
The patience for LMQ actually does pay off. You know, No Name had gone laying down vision instead of trying to go for risky invades. And they get the kill here. Flash early here. Can he land the Q?
Oh, wow. Bjergsen's not going to have a ton of just impact damage. He's leveling the Q for laning against Xiao Wei Xiao, so the dissonance wasn't there to explode HP bars. Dyrus is pushed out as well. And somehow, after killing more, they lose Dragon and a few members.
LMQ controlling the river. Very, very good job by them. They sort of toned back their early game aggression. Before, they always had their sights set on, at the beginning of the game, we're going to control the entire jungle. Both sides, entire map. Now, they've sort of toned it back. Okay, we are only going to work on really controlling this jungle.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Going from lane to lane, blowing some flashes. Striking fear in the eyes of LMQ. Hopefully putting TSM back on track.
Yeah. Flash 4 Cataclysm, always worth it for the Jarvan team there. Much lower cooldown, so Amazing gets another one. But it only really matters if they can actually return and make something happen there. Gragas is great at setting up ganks, though, as you did see with his ultimate.
LMQ, knowing they have the favor in the river, go ahead and clear out any wards that they think are giving them a little bit of trouble. Pressure to the bottom lane, possibly get this turret, get this Lucian.
Yeah, the Lucian who is going for Blade of the Ruin King build. So Blade of the Ruin King build on Lucian, very smooth early build path. Whenever you go back, no matter when you get forced back, you can pick up something that will add combat effectiveness. You can get a longsword, you can get these attack speed daggers. There's all these little pieces in this Ruin King Ghost Blade build that make you feel good about building this way, just because if you are under pressure, no matter what time you get forced back, you will have a substantial buy.
Yeah. And the fact that Wild Turtle's going for the same build almost helps Vasily in this manner as well. He's not facing a BF sword to the face. We saw what happened to Altec's Twitch when he tried to do that. So, kind of equaling out there, 111 to 108. Not too hard for either AD carry as we keep an eye on that lane. Still watching these top laners now as the blue buff gets a little love from TSM on the side of LMQ. That Dyrus versus Ackerman matchup, 119 to 102. So the APs going at each other pretty evenly.
Not only did they steal the blue buff, but they also drew Ackerman away from a minion wave that was at the turret.
Yeah,
so Ackerman stood around to just watch this blue buff be taken and then clear it out, but he lost out on a lot of minions up at that top turret.
Good movement by TSM, creating a bit of indecisiveness for LMQ. The wall is nicely placed. Xiao with the flow shield, and they get the hits along
Did he get
with the
global
minions.
gold right before he got zoomed out
That's
there?
a good question.
I think he still got it.
I think he would have.
The range is pretty short, though. You have to be careful because the range is pretty short. If you go too far away, you won't collect it. Pretty sure he was still in range for that one. And they go to answer the blue buff steal. Whoa, did Amazing get it with the spike? Flag, yeah. Amazing with the flag secure
That's why long
on
darts
his
are illegal,
blue
man.
buff. It's level 2 flag, so it's not just level 1, but still ridiculously impressive there.
Almost missing that time. Wild Turtle says, I was next to the wall last time. Let's walk towards the middle of the lane. Saves himself a bit of damage. 2 turrets are now for LMQ, so with the kills and flashes, TSM has been able to kind of pop around the map. LMQ is always making a move off of that when they see Amazing somewhere. They've been getting turrets and dragons.
Yeah, really the only story that LMQ are not controlling the map is up in this top lane. That's the only area they've kind of conceded to TSM. So Dyrus, it's kind of up to Dyrus to make an impact on this game. We'll see what he can do with this Gragas, bringing so much utility. His teleport is up. Everything is pretty much available for him, and he just went to purchase his Athene, so he's got a lot more power for him if he does decide to join the rest of TSM and
Also,
make use of this advantage.
That consistency of Dyrus we were talking about a little bit before still keeps it true. Nobody's going to really give him too much hell in the top lane, but Amazing is going to provide that. Uh-oh. He's going to go ward. Does he want to? Oh, throws it down immediately. Look at the damage he's able to provide, though. Even going with the Golem Spirit, the HP to keep himself safe, just running Ackerman right out of lane.
Yeah, he only went early on this gank because Ackerman came to check that bush.
Right.
If Ackerman had not forced Amazing to go early by checking this bush, then he would have died because Dyrus was almost there. Amazing was trying to wait for Dyrus to get in position, but his hand was forced there, and they do not pick up the kill.
You see, LMQ has a good push on pretty much all of their lanes right now, so they can afford to send No Name and more top. They don't lose anything out of positioning the majority of members top lane. Glaive doing what he can to clear out this dragon. 1 minute. It's coming up.
And it was, in theory, a very good choice by Amazing to go for that. Try and return before flashes back up from Ackerman.
That's true. A little repeat visit.
But not able to pull it off because he is going that full tank Jarvan this time around. Not spending money on offensive capabilities. He's just going straight up health to try and be the main tank for his team, since Dyrus is a semi-tank here, going mostly ability power build for Gragas, not going with that Rod of Ages into Iceborne that we saw earlier.
LMQ, thoughts of map control in mind. 3 pink wards in the inventory, a few for Team Solomid, and 1 placed out. They got to keep eyes on No Name for sure. They got to be placing these wards in the exact
Good
spot.
timing here from TSM. They don't want to give up
Something
a dragon to
for sure.
LMQ. Teleport has been equalized, though. Even though Dyrus had the advantage earlier and had forced Ackerman to use his to return to lane, the lower cooldown paid off, and Ackerman will have his answer available.
Wow. Ackerman actually getting a blue elixir in that lane up top.
Yeah, just in case they do have one of these crucial dragon fights.
Right.
I really like this adaptation, actually. I think more people should start doing this, is buying those elixirs for these early dragons, because the early and mid-game dragons have really what's been snowballing these games for so many teams. It's definitely worth it to get yourself 250 gold purchase there.
It looks like they actually got everything they want. Top laners are now both level 11 as the fight starts. They come down. No Name very low. The flash! The grievous wounds. That was not the damage to be going out. He gets himself out alive. We see Vasily already going down. Wild Turtle's into the fight now. Flying straight in. And it looks like he's going to be getting another kill. Xiao's going down, but it's by the hands of Glaive. Every member on TSM is bleeding almost right now, but they're still going.
Dyrus wants more here. That's it. All right, more walks away, though. TSM, though, Amazing's build pays off. He went full health. He was going all defensive stats this time around, and they initiated on him, and he survives it.
See that again.
Look at him. He gets hooked up. They use everything. Everybody jumping in on him. All the box goes down. He still has plenty of life. Even Ignite used. Yeah, that was heartbreaking for Dyrus there. Few HP away from getting a kill. But, man, Vasily! Wow, we talked about it so much, but this is the first time that we saw Vasily really jumping too far forward in one of the team fights. It was talked up so much during the
Vasily's aggression.
Yeah, the
Vasily's
Challenger
aggression.
League of Vasily sometimes going a little bit too deep. This time we finally do see it there on Tristana. He does get exhausted and easily turned around by TSM.
That was a big fight. Very nicely played. Gold is just about even after that. Morello Namakan on Bjergsen. He's going to be helping to cut and shut down some members. Borg gets completely caught out. That ward just over the wall. TSM, they got the security system in the bot.
Well, you got the hook on the AD carry. I guess that's a good sign for your accuracy. We gotta watch out for the answer.
Yeah.
TSM comes out way ahead.
Such a good just timing in the builds too for everybody coming in on TSM. Wild Turtle gets a brutalizer, a little more damage into no armor even being built on the other side yet. So it's just working out and power spikes for them. Very close here. LMQ tries to do a 4-man attack from the top side of mid. Looks like they're going to control with this, though. They may get some damage on the turret if TSM can't get back in time.
Their minion wave is lagging behind them, though.
Right.
So they're going to have to zone off TSM from this mid turret. They're doing a good job right now corralling TSM in their blue side jungle. They've bought time for the minion wave to arrive.
This way.
And since Bjergsen used all his mana trying to get that blue buff, Bjergsen's not here. So this is basically a 3-man defense from TSM, and they can't pull it off.
No Name's just a beast running in the face of Dyrus and amazing over and over. Turtle, huge wards here in the bottom lane as he makes the red buff eat culling. The bottom wave is going to be called down. LMQ is going to have to respond.
TSM get bottom turret, their own blue buff for Bjergsen, and the red buff from LMQ, all for that secondary mid lane turret. Pretty good exchange for them, especially considering that minion wave down bottom is pretty much going to waste for LMQ. Nobody gets to soak it up. It's a good job by TSM. The way that you keep LMQ from farming that lane is keeping up the pressure here in mid. They're forcing LMQ to keep all resources here to try and defend this turret so that nobody can go get that money.
Yeah, we just saw No Name check the red, but he did not see the pink wards that are pretty much all over the jungle. TSM can definitely go for a chase fight. A nice Agony's Embrace, but no Wild Growth to follow up. Nobody was in range. The passive shots coming out from Wild Turtle, able to take down No Name. It looks like a little bit of miscommunication there.
Dyrus on the wrong side of that wind wall. Nobody can go in to help him, but they exchange. Kill off No Name.
They have to be careful. Shockwave is still up here. Glebe used that ultimate last time. Bjergsen not looking to hit anything just yet. It's all about safety in this fight. They're trying to set up the D. They know if they lose this one, they will lose that turret as well.
Wild Turtle going in again.
Ooh. Aw.
Wild Turtle taking out his frustration on that wall. That is a crooked wall. It should not be blocking my culling, so he just fires every single shot.
See this again. A Wild Growth would have been perfect.
Well, nobody was in range. Look at the range for the rest of your team. A lot of people say, hey, where's my team? Come on, guys. You're initiating a little bit too far forward there. Dyrus, though, it was a good answer from LMQ to actually pick up the return kill. Good rebuttal, getting that Dyrus kill. Even though Bubble misses, amazing hits his knockup, and Turtle is there to back up the CC with damage.
That's the Yomu is finished up for Wild Turtle. He'll be putting out a few more of the culling shots, and it looks like we're going to get that static shiv most likely coming out of Vasily. It's already on to Xiao, as would be. He's looking to finish up his Blade of the Rune King soon. And Bjergsen still charging the tier, piecing together a little bit of his armor and blasting one as he's looking for power throughout the game.
Early boot upgrade there from Bjergsen as well. Really valuing mobility.
A little bit of alacrity speed.
Wants to be able to work around this Yasuo. Dodging is very important for them because, as we said,
such a dance to be had in the mid.
Don't want to get locked up.
For an Ori.
Still working on his Zanya's as well. Looks like he's going to forego that until the late game. Try and upgrade his Seraph's Embrace first.
LMQ trying to put on some ward pressure. The pings are going down. It doesn't look like they're going to get too much information off of this. Pink ward's still in the bottom lane if they ever need to go back to that. TSM is holding mid, though.
Yeah, what LMQ do have with Xiao is a very strong split pusher. Yasuo, one of the strongest split pushers in the game currently. Now that he's got his 2-item spike of the Static Shiv and Blade of the Rune King.
Oh.
He goes for it, but The rest of the team.
Beautiful focus coming out of Team Solomid. It's a one after the other engage. It's going to take Wild Turtles Calling to finish it off. They do lose the top turret, but where is Xiao coming from? Quickly darting down from the top side. He knows it's only Wraiths now, as it looks like he's going to head back towards the turret, knowing there's real no engage.
Since there's no static shiv on Tristana yet, they don't have substantial wave clear, and No Name gets caught right there. If you do split push, it's up to the 4-man squad not to get caught out like that. And too bad for LMQ as No Name goes down under the turret. Darius was even starting to shove that bottom lane, but he joins the rest of the team as they now have the extra man on the field. Easily can chase LMQ off of this one. Careful.
Oh, hello. Xiao getting a little ahead of himself here. Yeah, he'll have the lantern to get out, but it seems like there's always a bit of distance that can't be made up by the rest of LMQ when somebody wants to initiate so far. Just a little back and forth. Looking at the lanes, it's actually quite even. About 20 CS if a lane does have a discrepancy, but the kills really giving TSM a 2,000 gold lead along with some of these dragons. We'll see that in 30 seconds. It doesn't look like anybody's really on point for that. Movement.
TSM also have more easier turrets available to them to take.
Right.
Since LMQ have taken more of these outer turrets, TSM actually still have an outer turret for them to take with that LMQ top lane. So they could even further increase that gold lead. Once they get Dragon off the table, they want to take away the objective that's on the bottom side of the map first, and then go up and claim that global globe of the top side. Right now, though, LMQ really have a good amount of vision control still around the river, around this dragon. TSM going to have to work to clear it out.
Good clears indeed. And we were saying a little bit before, Kobe, those elixirs coming out for a little advanced power in the fight. Looks like Bjergsen decided
Good
to
flank
throw
here
one.
for No Name.
Agony's Embrace to come down. He hits a nice one. The Wild Growth onto him. They finally get the Agony's Embrace. Wild Growth. There's the cast going down. Dragon's going to be smited out by Amazing. TSM coming out on top so far. They do lose the support. That's a bit of the sustain they're going to be looking for. Amazing. Cataclysms the team. He's trying to help right now. Bjergsen on the outside. Ball over the wall. Trying to throw out the damage. Fired back. Vasily gets a very nice shield. And the short hopscotch. He tries to go for a leapfrog, but trips over something there. And the rest of the team's going to clear out a 3 for 2. LMQ coming out on top of that. Uh-oh, Dyrus may not be able to get this. The flash, the ultimate coming in as well. Ackerman's going to lock down and secure the kill onto that. So overall, a 4 for 2. LMQ
it's
making
not
moves.
done yet here. Bjergsen's still working around the outside of 3 members of LMQ. He's got so much speed, though, with the boot upgrade as well as dissonance. Ackerman's hot on his heels.
Your ball movement is under 2 seconds.
Oh.
Your ball is under 2 seconds. You can dance around people. This is completely an out skill if he can do it. And it looks like they are actually going to give up with that damage they just saw to Ackerman.
All right, we definitely need a replay of that one. Because at the beginning of this fight, I believe Dyrus ults in only Thresh to the team. They have to wait for the wind wall. Drag goes down for Amazing, so that's big. Yeah, he ults in Thresh. As the hook still lands onto Turtle, and Thresh wants to be that close to your damage anyway because he puts up a perfect box, which zones out Bjergsen for most of this fight. That's a lot of damage that TSM are missing when Bjergsen's not there. Vasily once again going in. This time he doesn't pay for it, but does not know that Darius has his flash up, so short hop looks a little silly. However, after that, Xiao does a great job of using the dash of Yasuo to get over the wall going through white. That's a very hard dash to actually get off. You have to do it at an angle. Takes a lot of practice. And he was able to get through the wall without burning his flash, so he had the flash to actually gain the distance once he did get over the wall and get that kill onto Darius. Very strong Yasuo mechanics from Xiao.
In a very intense moment as well.
Yeah.
We saw...
Get one shot at that, or else it's too late.
And he gets out of this, actually draws 4 members of Team Solomid. They'll get the turret out of this, but they were also looking for a Yasuo. This should be good gold for them. They can get some ward control over onto Baron here. 28 minutes into the game. Dyrus keeping himself safe. Figured if Vasily's jumping on me, there's probably somebody else around.
Showing up mid lane here. LMQ do have the split push going for them, as Turtle is trying to get some work done for TSM. There they go. Dragons off the field. They go up and get that top global gold. Secure an increased lead here. 3K for them. Can they stop the LMQ 5-man barrage, though? Turtle not in position.
Damn. Those rockets just draining turret HP. That's going to be going down. We see those second tier outer turrets a little too hard to secure if you're a little behind in the fight prowess area. Clearing it out, they still have that Orianna, they still have the culling and a Gragas once they get waves to the inhibitor turrets. So it still could be hard for LMQ to make it past that front line.
Such an interesting build here from Bjergsen too, because he was laning against the attack damage, physical damage carry. Going with double shields, he'll have the Zhonya's active available for him for defense, plus the Seraph's Embrace shield. So we'll see how dangerously he plays the next team fight, since he has so many shields to rely on. He can actually play pretty aggressively.
There's now both teams trying to feel each other out. TSM looks like they want to try and write a story of a Baron fight. LMQ's just on the outside here. We've seen what Xiao can do. He's not afraid to go into 4v1. Baron attempt, but more getting caught out another time in this game. He is going to be going down. No, that wind wall finally goes down to the end. Somebody finds the hit. It's the Clockwork wind-up passive coming in from Bjergsen. They're still in and out. There's not much vision. You can see Vasily just placing the ward. So TSM was kind of playing the fog of war game right there to get themselves a kill.
Yeah, and then amazing. Traps Xiao in a cage where he's unable to escape. Whoa, he finds a little bit of answer there for himself, though.
Some pretty big damage from Xiao right now. Amazing's forced to back. Doesn't absolutely mean Baron. They don't have more, so everybody else is going to back, but they cannot leave it completely open. You see Ackerman making sure that everything's clear. Sweeps out a ward onto Baron. Vasily's going to push mid so they can have vision farther in, because right now a lot of the LMQ deep wards have kind of fizzled out and been cleared. See TSM can get themselves back into this one. They're up 3,000 gold, but they've lost 4 members in one of the last fights. TSM, rather Amazing getting pushed out in that last engage from Xiao. If LMQ can keep finding these little picks, the turrets aren't going to be a problem for them when they get there.
Yeah, LMQ's strength that they had 10 minutes ago is still there. Xiao on Yasuo. He's got 300 CS. He's almost working on the third item for the Trinity, the all-important Trinity of Yasuo items. Infinity Edge, Static Shiv, and Bork. So he is still a strong split pusher, even though overall LMQ have less gold. Xiao can make it happen if he is isolated versus someone. He doesn't have teleport though, since he's the mid laner, not running with it, plus hitting level 16. So a pretty strong boost here. See if they try and separate him and force TSM to make a call to deal with him.
Well, Dyrus just cleared bottom lane.
10
so
seconds,
they can
Dragon.
stick in mid. Yep, 10 seconds is Dragon. Vision is really no one's right now. You can see the sweepers going down. LMQ's there. They've placed all the forward wards. Great standard coming in from Amazing. Gives them a bit of vision. You can see him push forward now. Pressure's on.
No Name in a great flank behind.
Oh, he keeps the entire team on the backside, and then he flag tosses out. What a fight from Team Solomid. The Calling's going to start pushing them back. Amazing to start this one off. Dyrus gets a quick bump, and the Ardent Blaze does not catch. But for Team Solomid to come out strong on that one, taking out No Name gives them a big lead here. LMQ now reassessing the fight. Low mana for Ackerman. Xiao looks like he go in strong, but does not have the chance to.
What a job by Amazing. He's gotten full tank build, so he's mostly utility Jarvan. Plays it perfectly with the Cataclysm, and then jumping back out to corral this LMQ team. Whoa!
Very close.
Yeah, Turtle given just as good as he gets.
Turtle's been a little crazy lately as well. We can remember his last Corki game, Valkyrying over a blue wall to face a 2v1 situation and come out alive. He's not afraid of being aggressive. Let's take one more look at this.
So No Name comes in, separated from the whole team, 3-man Cataclysm, Flag Drag combo out, double knockups on the No Name. Just gets bounced around. Turtle actually backs off there while Dyrus and I believe Glebe continue that aggression, and they don't actually get another kill, but they do get the Dragon because they killed the jungler. So they knew they had smite advantage. No Name not on the field, so Amazing follows up his good Jarvan play with a good smite, securing some more gold to tack on to the global lead for TSM.
Finally using that to get some kills for themselves, coming out very big on that fight. It looks like that 5,000 gold lead is going to be what they need to start finishing a lot of those core items. The Infinity Edge, that Rabadon's build for Dyrus has been up there quite a while, but that Void Staff now coming in.
And I like that TSM are not just tunneling on items for combat either. They've got 4 sweepers now. They've got 3 members with pink wards. They're keeping that extra spot for everybody except for Turtle, so they can have some sort of ward. Amazing, starting it off on Xiao Xiao.
Very different attack. Xiao Xiao being able to just do whatever he wants. That crowd control for Team Solomid has been very big. Without Cataclysm, they are losing this one. It's pure chaos. Ackerman even jumps in. Vasily flashes forward in the fight. Wild Turtle can put out big damage, but can he do 3 more members? Play the Green King. He gets a double kill. Wild Turtle with the Orb Walk comes out huge. Vasily's already flashed. He's already rocket jumped, but he could go down here. Slowed down by Dyrus, and he's going to take the high road. Just a few shots for Wild Turtle. He's getting all tripped up the minions. He misses the Ardent plays. It's going to be a few more shots, but it's the long walk. LMQ's not going to be able to finalize anything off of this. They're forced to just now push the waves.
Always fun to watch those little duels. Wild Turtle able to answer back too, but that was really TSM trying to salvage something from a horrible, horrible situation for them. Dyrus again, this time around he only got 1 person with ult again. I think it was more second time around. Gotta aim those a little bit. Let's take a look here. So they started off on Xiao Xiao. Bjergsen doesn't get time to use his Zhonya's. Keep a close eye on Bjergsen here. He gets taken down to half, then knocked up, chained into Yasuo ult, and dies before he hits the floor. At that point, it's at TSM on the run here, and they think they've got Turtle behind. But what an answer here in the duel. Using that Blade of the Ruined King build, barely getting out of range of the Yasuo ultimate. And as we know how that long chase ends.
Going down right away. Great plays coming in from LMQ. TSM, though, you can see they're still headstrong. They want these engagements, and they've been going quite well for them. They're able to kind of repair that with some Wild Turtle kills coming out. We'll see if they can do it once again. The mid lane was just the central of that fight, just going down. Very odd to see teams just pull out a mid lane fight this far.
Yeah, I think that one really highlighted Dyrus. He's gotten this full AP build for Gragas. All right, here, Baron almost dead though.
Oh my gosh! What a death sentence! Amazing, had no idea how to get over the wall after that one.
Yeah, there was a pink ward in that bush, so he knew they had vision, and good job by Moore lining up his hook straight with Amazing, not letting him into the Baron pit. Very good pickup for LMQ. Even though they're behind in gold, they do have the pressure once again. See if they actually overreach though, because as we said, the extra gold from this lead here of global gold from TSM manifesting itself in some very core items. Yeah, had vision, so he's got an easy line to throw his hook, and just for good measure, flays him back afterwards.
What a play coming in for Moore. Whether he's on Morgana, whether he's on Thresh, he's always doing a few things to put the team back in the lead. Ackerman clearing out pink wards. Baron ticking on LMQ. They kind of have a sigh of relief, but are still ready to put the pedal to the metal as they come out of base. We know LMQ is a team to never stop fighting.
Yeah, this man on the screen right now, though, Dyrus, gonna have to make those ultis count. As we said, full AP build here so far. Not as much cooldown reduction as the tank Bruiser Gragas, and also obviously can't sustain as much damage, so
yeah,
he's got to make those couple of spells count.
These are pretty long fights, so like you're saying, Kobe, that matters even more. Figure all of the stats that can be added to somebody. We saw it happen to No Name, put on the locket, Ackerman's wild growth throughout that last fight, and they are gigantic. Causes a lot of chaos throughout the fight.
LMQ grouping up here with an Ackerman split push, 4-1. Actually gonna wait for the red buff here. Silly. Almost hit that level 18 max range Tristana. Finally coming into his own here.
Got it.
On the way out. And Amazing has had some very flashy plays. Definitely improved his Jarvan play from last time.
Yeah.
Deserves some props there for putting in
champion
work.
pool altogether. Absolutely.
Dragon's up though, and that should be LMQ because they've been able to scrub most of the vision off the map. Even though TSM have this one lonely ward,
right,
they can't get through their own blue jungle. try and contest. Because the Baroned up squad of LMQ running interference, able to keep them off. And that's almost enough to bring LMQ back to even. Very close now.
Got about a minute and a half left on Baron coming in for LMQ. Slow rolling onto the base.
Basically the max effectiveness of Xiao as well. Like we said, that trinity of Yasuo items has been completed, and he's even got his defensive Banshee's Veil on top of it. It's about as strong as you get with Yasuo. You can add one more item.
That barrel just disappeared in the wind.
Yeah, you can block Gragas' ultimate as well. So we'll be looking at quick timings from those wind walls.
TSM up in gold, defending in their base. Last time these teams played, 43-52 was the end of the game. And that was with that 43-35 LMQ taking the inhibitor. So it was straight for the win after they got into the base. This time, Team Solomid's holding strong, up in gold, and they have been able to get a few kills in these fights. But is it going to be enough? LMQ with another Baron attempt could be all they need to push to the last final defense.
Yeah, this last Baron was crucial because it not only brought their gold levels back up, but it got them the level 18 Trist.
Yeah.
This is really what LMQ have been working towards pretty much the whole game. As Yasuo starts to cap out, Trist will just overtake everybody in the whole game. As soon as he can make that Infinity Edge completed here, huge boost for LMQ because he already has Phantom Dancer and Last Whisper. There it is, the 4-item Trist with max range.
Right.
All LMQ have to do now is play the team fight fairly safe because nobody's going to outdamage Vasily from the back line.
Right. And with this kind of stall out, why? Well, Baron's be coming up, I say, 2 or 3 minutes, I should think. Vasily not split pushing again. They've kind of organized it together. Is it because Amazing's initiates have just been so on point?
Careful here. Flank around from No Name. Once again, this is the fight they want. They've got the Trist items.
Going to be able to get it. Wild Growth goes in. That's what we were looking for last time again. Culling goes out. He flashes the wall. Doesn't finish the passive shots. He actually walks it off. Ackerman's going to take a light or piercing light. Kill not going in as he flashes away. Turtle way too close to the fight. Vasily dives in. He's going to get hit up by some Namiya damage, but it's not going to be enough to really deter anything. The kill on to Wild Turtle. LMQ starts to clear out.
Rough fight for Turtle there. He flashes over to try and finish off Evelyn. Doesn't get the last double hit onto No Name to kill him. And then on his way, working his way back to the fight, he gets cut off. All right, there's the knock-up into Yasuo ult, and immediately so much damage from TSM, as you can see, force him out. But he doesn't get the kill, and then trying to come back around here, gets cut off. Xiao goes in with the active Blade of the Ruin King, and Vasily firing away from the back. Too much damage.
That's what LMQ was waiting for, this late game. Like you said, getting the Trist up and built to 18. 4-1 and 4 for Vasily. First play coming in on Tristana, and he is making it work. And seems like his aggression has come out a little more on Tristana too. Maybe the safety of Buster Shot once you do get to your target makes him feel a little safer.
Yeah, we haven't seen that complexity Trist plus Yasuo quite yet.
Yeah.
But they've been relying on the safer
Trist set.
The safer knockups. Good Lulu ultimate in the last one. I don't think at this point they want to risk one of the Tristana all-in Buster Shot combos, so they'll keep Vasily safe and siege up at the turret.
Still could get a nice Cataclysm Command Shockwave combo coming in from Team Solomid. LMQ pressuring this turret, and TSM, you'd be worried.
A bonus of Dyrus going this full AP build for his top lane Gragas is that they do have really substantial wave clear on TSM. They can buy time. They've got Orianna, they've got Gragas, plenty of AoE magic.
You aren't finding too much magic resistance coming out of LMQ. Hook
hook.
Amazing! The one to be hooked again! Played out of another! Flag and drag by Moore.
Purely a Moore highlight reel right there. Perfect hook, perfect flay, and they get the kill for it right when they needed it. Great vision control, and TSM don't contest. They try and shove up mid. It's a pretty good call because they don't want to face check the Baron, but it's even with the right call, they don't have the minions to make the push. and all they get is a red buff for their troubles.
What hooks by Moore. LMQ is making this work. TSM amazing. He's one of the tankiest guys on the team. He's going to be the one checking wards. It's something you got to do. They were even in a buddy system, but Moore is just threading the needle and hitting the flays when they need to be hit. 2 out of 5 dragons, both Barons going over to LMQ now. And if they even want to, in 40 seconds, they can take the next dragon probably.
Well, they can get this turret, that's for sure. Everybody in position already. Splitting up here, sending Xiao Xiao to do his split push work at mid. Keeping the 4-man squad safe here. There's so much that LMQ can use to keep people off of Vasily in the backline with both Lulu and Thresh. They have a very good disengage for the 4-man squad that can buy time for Xiao Xiao split.
He's starting to build up a bit of defense. Looks like bottom lane's going to be pushed out quite well. LMQ is just waiting, biding their time now. Back with Baron, back with the full built-up stats, and only a few more turrets to take out. TSM, they've definitely proved difficult getting into the base, making that a very hard task for LMQ to get in.
Yep, pretty much they just have to watch out for the game-changing shockwave from TSM.
Still haven't really seen one.
Yep, TSM still have that chance. If they can get a very good shockwave grouping people up, they can rack up all members of LMQ, bowling pins, and then Dyrus will knock them down with his ulti. But that would require LMQ grouping up, and they do not look like they want to play into that strategy for TSM.
Right. Multiple times LMQ, we've seen them just be able to disperse a fight that you want to have them balled up right in the middle.
As long as they spread out for that team fight, keep Vasily away from Xiao Xiao. Should have the advantage here. Again though, wave clear from these dual AP solo laners is massive.
Yep.
Not to mention if they get really into a bad spot, they've always got the culling to rely on.
The hard freeze in mid. There we go. 46 on the clock. This one's definitely getting up there. We've already passed the previous time that these two teams face off.
And I think this game is really important for LMQ. They're showing people that they can play more controlled games than people have been giving them credit for. A lot of the teams have been saying, yeah, LMQ falling off after the strong early showing. But they had a very controlled early game, and their late game here is shaping up quite nicely, working well with this end game Tristana.
It looks like they're starting to make some moves too. Finally. Getting a little bit of pressure on the game. Good wards coming out from Team Solomid. Keeping their vision up.
Oh,
whoa! Finds a hole in the turtle shell. Great shot coming from Vasily there. Looks like they have a wave quite far off, so really they're just kind of stalemated for a moment. Looks like bottom lane will be pushed out by Xiao Xiao to get the split push continued. Top lane's also in that spot to have as well.
Yeah, MQ definitely taking their time. They don't want to have to funnel in through the small opening of the inhibitor turret pathway there.
This is like let's super make sure we don't make any mistakes. They're really taking this one slow and steady.
Was a good job by Turtle though. Instant culling to buy himself time to back and heal up. Very low cooldown on that, so he will have it for the next fight.
Lichbane on to Ackerman. Finally, these guys are really starting to sort out the items. We got mostly 5 items around the map. That means turrets are going to be going down a little bit faster with his auto attacks after the abilities, as well as Vasily from that long range just throwing on the rapid fire. $78,000 to 73. It's 5K. It's what LMQ is working with right now. That's why it looks so scary to get inside the base.
Yeah. Remember, at this stage, level 18 Tristana has a 703 range. Oh. Good disengage. The hook on the Glebe!
There's the ultimate coming in. That was a little back and forth. LMQ didn't exactly want the full initiation. Great damage coming in. Was activated on the Yobus. Wild Turtle coming up big with a kill. The Cataclysm just misses on the flash out from Xiao Xiao. He was very low, but Team Solomid do defend the base. But that inhibitor turret is in shambles.
Turtle just dumping out damage here. Two
Activate
members
that.
on the
Go
chase
boost.
here. Takes down Xiao Xiao so low, and then Ackerman gets destroyed. One combo. What a lantern, as amazing as trying to do.
I don't think I've ever seen that interaction. Pretty funny. 80,000 gold, still a 5,000 gold lead for LMQ. A minute and a half on to Baron, looking better for Team Solomid to really get an impact on that. We've always mentioned the Gragas red side. A lot of people say Gragas red side, watch out for the Baron. It's not the huge damage you still used to get out of him, but it's still enough to really cause chaos in that Baron pit.
Yeah, you know, especially since he's built that full AP.
Right.
It's really dangerous with the Orianna plus Gragas combo. Even if they don't manage to steal Baron, they can destroy pretty much everybody else who's balled up inside. Said that LMQ don't want to group up during a team fight. They get inside that pit, could be very dangerous for them. That being said, you know, they got the main objective of that last Baron push. They got down the inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. That was what they were working so hard towards. So it was a very big success for LMQ, even though they lost Ackerman in the process.
Items getting built up. Take a look at the supports. This would be our first in North America. Glebe throwing out the Ardent Sensor. He's going to have that help the team out. Whoa, Amazing goes to the back line. No Name's the first one in, but that's not the wild gold they wanted, possibly. Great shots by Vasily's range to tape out Glebe. Wild Turtle gets hit up immediately. That's the shockwave they may have been looking for. Vasily's forced to jump out of the fight. Where's Turtle's damage? It's gone. 70 seconds on the clock for him, 60 seconds for more, but that's 2 TSM members down. LMQ is still very low coming out of that fight, so very neck and neck.
Bold move there by Vasily to go in, take advantage of the small window in between cooldowns. Gets the kill and the reset to hop back out. Whew, very big play for them.
Big thing that nobody came out strong enough to do Baron.
This positioning here from Turtle. It's up to Turtle to do a lot of the damage for the team, so he has to be up front here, but he gets caught by the Xiao Xiao, has to burn everything to jump out. Hop in, flash, and then reset to hop out just in time. Amazing's cooldown just came back up for that flag and drag. 3-man defense here, plenty of AoE magic.
Playing with fire right now. Oh my gosh, Ackerman's so low, almost gets taken down by Amazing. Bjergsen on the outside with a few shots, but they just bait him in. Now 70 seconds on the smite to come out. Dyrus is the only hope here.
Can he do it? Nope.
That was very close, though. Good smite by No Name. Third Baron of 3 going over to LMQ. 51 minutes in.
And did you know, Rib, that nowadays if you leave that barrel from Gragas on the ground, it will actually ferment and do more damage as it lays there.
It's all stinky. You see that happen when they do blue in the early game.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that does good damage to the little guys. It's very nice. Little changes that quality of life.
You don't usually get to see that actually have an effect, but on stationary targets like Baron or a blue buff.
You're always just popping it. Nobody's going to stand still. 15 to 15. That's pretty close. But the gold, that is telling a different story. 7 to 4 as well in turrets. The map control just being squandered out here on the side of TSM. LMQ finding what they want. They finally got into the outer ring of inhibitor turrets with the bottom one down. So where else should they be? Now with Baron for the 3rd time, they're going to put some pressure in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they got what they want all right. A max item Tristana. It's pretty much what every team would like. Vasily's got full power, all 3 buffs as well. The only thing he's missing are the dual elixirs.
Yeah. Drink them all. So we still have the wave clear. Oh my gosh, Bjergsen gets caught up. This is the focus now. Do they wait for Bjergsen? Do they keep going in the fight? He does not get popped up again.
Good shot,
another hook! One after the other! More coming up so big this game. Like you said, Kobe, a highlight reel over and over again for them. LMQ now going to run amok in TSM's base.
Yep, second inhibitor turret going down. Second inhibitor. They could finish the game after this push. See if TSM can do a 4-man defense here.
You got 70 seconds on those death chambers, Kobe. It is very hard to even want to go into fight knowing Bjergsen's down. This isn't a retribution kill. This is a going for broke attempt right now for Team Solomid, and you can even see they may not be able to cash these jacks.
Yep. Amazing's combo is also down now, so LMQ don't even have to worry about the Cataclysm.
LMQ just going back and forth. 30 gold. Vasily almost gets it. Ah, 26 gold. He does. He does. More getting everything the team needs right now. They slowly push into the Nexus turrets. The last two standing. Dyrus gets taken down. And it looks like it's going to be the jumping from Vasily trying to explode. That's the combo of Tristana into Yasuo. They were ready for it that time. They wipe out Team Solomid. Amazing tries to do a little bit of a flag and drag back into the game. Ackerman on the turret, and it's going to be LMQ taking down Team Solomid 2 times in a row now in the summer split at 54 minutes.
Well played by LMQ. The deadliest spoon I've ever seen this time around.
Yeah.
Max item Trist, they effectively got there.
They can see them. They're communicating like they were talking about their mistakes as well. That's not one of those let's get up and hug. That's one of those let's get up, relax, sigh of relief games. All in all, it was a well-played game because LMQ kept in mind what they were going to do. They had a tryst for late game. I think they went for late game at 54 minutes. They knew what they had to do. They kept the priorities in order.
Especially more. Great hook coming out from him.
Wow, good call.
All these guys really enjoy playing against each other as well. Bjergsen and Xiao Xiao were both looking forward to this game. Vasily giving Turtle a hug as well.
Yeah, Vasily giving the fans some aggression too. Definitely
both AD carries
going hard
were
in this
making
game.
solo plays.
Yeah, solo plays indeed.